Hello, this is Obadele Kamba coming at you live from University of Ghana Institute of African Studies. And for Abibi Tumi Kasa's 10th anniversary, I wanted to start off doing a series in commemoration. And the series is going to basically deal with speaking African, talking African. Now you may say, well, there's no such thing as African, to speak African as a language. But one thing that I want to bring up is just this idea that, especially in the diaspora, you have many people who know a few words from various African languages. People know a few words from Yoruba, a few words from Kiswahili, from Chi, from Wolof, and so forth and so on. And because here on the continent, there tends to be a major resistance of using African languages as official languages, in the sense that generally people would prefer for everyone to be under a colonial language than to raise up a single African language that everyone would use. So this is the reason why I think that in the diaspora there is much more of a chance of people uniting around speaking African, using African words, African structures from various African languages. So here, even though people know individual languages, there tends to be a lack of will to use those languages, use any of those languages in any type of official capacity, especially when it comes to science, technology, and so forth and so on. Whereas on the other side, in the diaspora, there tends to be the will to do so. However, there isn't the context or even the information with which to do that. So the goal of this series is to, one, use some of those words that people by and large tend to know in the diaspora and really give guidance on those words. And because of my years of my experience teaching languages such as Yoruba, such as Akan or Chi, such as Wolof, I really want to focus on some of these words. Also, experience with Kiswahili and other languages. And that's why I'd like to focus on some of those words that I know that many people know. However, that there may be issues with usage or context. So with that background, I would like to start off with the first word that in Yoruba class I find that many people know, but not many people know how to say. And that is the word Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Now in the United States in particular, people will say Ashe and things like that, but note that the actual pronunciation is she, as in something similar to watershed or shed or shepherd, she, Ashe, and it comes from the root verb she, which translates to happen. So you say Ashe, literally it is that which causes things to happen. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So oftentimes when people come to class, they are like, oh, I know this word. Then they say Ashe, Ashe. So also to make it easier for myself when people come to Yoruba class, so they already know how the word is pronounced. This is one of the things that I want us to work on. So again, the first word for the series of speaking African, talking African, will be Ashe, 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 which is a word that comes from the Yoruba language, and people translate it as power, in the sense of spiritual power, but literally it is that force, that energy that causes something to happen. It comes from the root verb she, 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 and note that it goes from low tone to mid tone. She, all right, so that will do it for us for the very first one of the series. Be on the lookout for many more coming. Again, we're celebrating Abibi Tumi Kasa's 10th year anniversary coming up this April. So this will be the first word in our Speaking African series. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.